So, you want to know about Jesus? Well, he took me by surprise. Imagine, right out of the blue, a Jewish man talking with a Samaritan woman. It was unbelievable, almost revolutionary. Oh, but it was very believable once you got to know Jesus. You see, to me, Jesus was my Redeemer. In spite of all of my faults, he reached out and he gave me the greatest gift in the world. It all started about 2 years ago, down by Jacob's well. It was a hot day, and I was out of water. So around lunchtime, I went down to the well. You're probably wondering why I didn't just go in the morning. Let's just say that at that time, I wasn't exactly a saint. I had virtually ruined my life, and my future was hopeless. 5 marriages. 5. And the man I was living with wasn't even legally my husband. Needless to say, my social life was quite the talk as a married, especially around Jacob's well. You know the type. Busy-bodied religious women expressing their deepest concern about my well-being. But when I got to the well, I was surprised to see a man leaning against the wall. It was Jesus. He looked pretty tired, and he was pretty dusty. Then Jesus looked up and smiled at me. I nearly dropped my bucket. And then Jesus asked me for a drink, and he said something that totally confused me. He took my water, and he said that anyone who drank from my cup would be thirsty again. But if they drank from the water that he gave, they would never thirst again. Jesus said that his water would be like a spring of living water welling up to eternal life. Well, I immediately asked how I could get my hands on some of that water. What a relief! Can you imagine? No more walking back and forth with this bucket on my head. But that's not the kind of water that Jesus was talking about. He saw that I was confused, and that's when he revealed himself to me. You see, to Jesus, it didn't matter that I was a terribly sinful woman